to our weekly live training where we help runners, triathletes, and busy high achievers stay injury free, train smart, and finish strong without burning out. To our weekly live training where we help runners, triathletes, and busy high. Let me close that thing. It always pops up. So even if you're juggling work, life, and recovery, I'm Coach Shangri-La. I'm a 2 times triathlon Guinness World Record holder, 48 Ironman finisher so far, Ultraman finisher, creator of Smart Training Method. I have this book here. This is the Smart Training Method. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm a keynote speaker as well and high performance triathlon and endurance coach. We're here today to share your proven strategies. We're going to teach you today of how to train smart so you can be racing injury free regardless of your race, your goal, your age, and any limitations that you may be experiencing. You're going to learn a lot today. All right. And we also have here Coach Vinetta, who specializes in swimming.
Hi, everybody. Good to be here.
All right. Well, before we dive in today's training, I want you to be involved, okay? Because this is your training and I want you to get a lot from it and start practicing those fingers so you can engage and ask questions. Is that cool? All right, say, yes, it's cool. Let's do this one. All right, so while dropping the chat, I want to know what's the longest race that you've done, that you've ever done? Okay. And for those who haven't raced or just thinking about it, could be like, hey, coach, I just want to do a 10K or maybe a half marathon. Put that there because that is your longest race as of right now. Put that there. If you don't mind, I want to know your age, where you're at, what state. We've been coaching athletes in UK, Australia, Canada. I want to know where you're at. So if you're anywhere in United States, Alaska or Hawaii, tell me that too. I want to meet you today. And then put there, what's your current big goal? Okay. Whether that's your first 70.3 or full Ironman in something, anything that something feels impossible right now. Okay. So let's see who is here with us today and ready to crush big goals.
Put hashtag live if you're joining us right now,
Yes.
And put hashtag replay if you're watching this as a replay.
All right. Well, I'm going to show to you what we're going to talk about today. Okay. We're going to talk a lot about today, and I know a lot of you can relate to it. Okay. So let me show you that right now because it'll be much easier for me to just read off here and share my screen. What does it take to win your Ironman 70.3 age group in your 50s and actually be stronger and faster at 50 while staying injury free? And if you're not in 50s or you're in 40s, 30s, 20s, you're going to learn a lot today. Basically, what we're trying to do here is that how can you level up to the next level? All right, whether that you're a beginner and now you want to go 70.3 or full Ironman, you're going to learn a lot today. And then also today, you're going to be able to see where you're at right now. It's not so far if you do want to win, if you want to get sub 6 hours, okay? Because our special guest today, really, when she started, and that was not long ago, and her finish time was 6 hours 17 minutes. And you're gonna see also she was panicking in open water, didn't know proper technique, had shoulder pain, didn't know nutrition, really new in putting this called triathlon together.
Like probably many of you listening right now.
Yeah. Put hashtag relate. I want that. I can relate. I need that. Because today we're going to tackle that. And in fact, I even prepared a PowerPoint presentation here to really answer, because I'm serious about this one. I want you to get it, okay? And because there's a lot of athletes like, Coach, I'm just going to follow a plan. Well, today, I really brainstormed this. What does it take to win your IM 70.3? Okay? What does it take to get sub 6 hours? Because guess what? What you're going to learn today, once you learn that, and then you start working on it one thing at a time, and then suddenly start seeing the progress, the result that you want. Okay? One thing at a time. Then the next one, guess what? You're going to repeat it on your next race. Because our special guest today, that's what she has been doing. And I'm going to share you also what I've seen across our athletes, like who has stayed in the game, wherein they're improving, and who has fallen apart mainly because they didn't do the other things. And unfortunately, sadly, some of them they start hurting, and that's not cool, right? So if you're the type like you want to stay injury free and
And you
actually,
want to beat your younger selves?
there you go. Yeah, because our guest today, she's much stronger than when she was in 40s. And guess what? This is what she did. I am Texas 70.3. She did 6 hours 17 when she was at 40, age group 45, 49. Guess what? She did 5:34. 5 hours 34 minutes, hot Waco 70.3. If you did Waco 70.3 this year, put Waco 70.3. I got that. I finished it. It was amazing
And hot.
and hot. And without wetsuit, right? This lady here who was once panicking crushed that. I'm going to share to you what she did and what she has been doing. What are those habits? Because those habits, once you guys got that one and keep repeating it, that sub 6 hours that you've been wanting, okay? Or maybe you don't want sub 6 hours. Maybe you just want, hey coach, I've been putting work in here. I just want result. If I have only 1 hour to put in, okay, instead of me being with my family, I know I'm sacrificing and then like I just need balance. How can I do that? And of course, I'm going to be away from my family and doing this 1 hour workout. How can I make sure that that 1 hour workout, I'm making the most out of that time? And it's not about checking off the box, it's making the most quality. And guess what? Not necessarily just for the race. Because today you're going to see that we're not just aiming for the race, we're aiming for your long term health.
Yes, because that's usually the reason that a lot of you guys start into triathlon. You want to be healthier, you want to be stronger, you want to compete in a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, those
Because
things
if you think
matter.
about it, once you start, like, okay, I'm going to sign up, but then you start stressing out. Why did you even sign up?
To
That's not
have
fun.
fun!
I
To
know,
have fun while
to have
being
fun.
healthy.
But then it's like, well, I don't know how to do it. Well, today you're going to learn, okay? Because I'm also going to share you some samples of the structured workouts if you're really busy. If you're really busy, this one is for you, okay? So, did I just tell you the things that you guys going to learn today? It's going to be a bunch. So, if I were you, you are here right now listening, you my suggestion pull over, okay, or start listening, or maybe later on go back to it. But right now if you're sitting here, just get pen and paper, all right? And if whenever I see something, get a screenshot of that or comment under here on this live, or later message me if you have questions that's popping up. We're here. All right, so today is your training. What Without waiting further, I'm gonna introduce you, okay, to Seiko from Texas. Welcome, Seiko.
Woohoo!
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Amazing,
feeling good.
amazing you were able to join us today because everybody is very happy to meet Seiko whenever they meet her. It is a special experience.
Yes. Well, Seiko, you just look at this one. You were standing among these tall ladies. And let me ask you, Seiko, what's your height? I know it doesn't matter, right? But it's just cool that you're one of them that
I'm
actually started
petite.
the race. Huh? Say it again.
I'm 5 feet,
5 feet.
5 foot. Yes, I'm
I wonder
small.
how long are your legs? Does it
And
matter? Right?
and I'm Japanese, and my legs are short, as you
Yes.
can tell.
Yes. But you are
Those
a mini,
those
mini version.
ladies are from Europe, from
Yes.
Germany and Finland.
Well, way to represent, Seiko. Way to represent. Okay,
I
so
love
you
it.
guys can see that it doesn't matter what height you are, what ethnicity you are, or like how long you've been doing triathlon. Because let me ask you, Seiko, so like, when did you start triathlon?
When I was, I think 46.
46?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay, okay. So like, because the
I'm
thing about it is that like this was right now, right? And you're 50 right now. When
Mhm.
you reach out to us, the very first 70.3 was this. No, not this.
No,
Let me pull that up. This.
Texas.
70.3 Texas. This is what she said then. My first Ironman race was tough but fun. All right. Thank you, Coach Shangri-La, and all my friends who supported me during hard trainings and making my dream come true. Tell me more about that. Making my dream come true. So you've been dreaming triathlon, and that was like around 47 when you finished that. So tell me more.
Well,
How?
I started doing triathlon around 46 years old, and I was doing sprints and super sprints, Olympics.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to do it, and what was happening was everybody was passing me on the bike, and I would come last.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
And then when I heard about Ironman or 70.3,
Yeah.
well, I just didn't think that distance was possible to me.
Yeah. Wow. Because you were only doing super sprint. Anyone here
Yeah.
who's doing sprint right now, you're on the sprint level, put under the comment, put sprint. That's me, because that's where I started. I started with super sprint, all females.
and who here is one that's being passed on the bike all the time?
And then now you're looking into like 70.3. Impossible. Impossible
So many
70.3.
miles.
So she did her first 70.3 with our help and got her first 70.3, 6 hours 17. At the time, I was showing this to her. Hey, Seiko, your placing was 38 among your age group, among 45, 49. And this time, you were second.
Wow.
And this one is not just 5 females. We have like, competitive 50-54. Okay. And you said everyone was passing you.
Look at that bike
The
speed.
bike is almost like 21 miles per hour with those petite short legs.
I love it. I love it.
Right?
That is amazing.
Okay. So, well, everyone, what I wanted to share to you is that where Seiko was. And why am I sharing this to you? Because I know, I still remember when I started, I was like looking at these people. Oh, I just want to finish. I just want to finish. And I never really thought where I would be at. I never thought that I would be 2 times Guinness World Record. I never thought that I could even finish a full Ironman, just like what Seiko felt back in when she was 47. I really thought it was delayed because I didn't know how to swim. I had so much, like, this is so much to learn. Who here felt the same way? Seiko, did you feel that way?
Yes, I
Then
did.
started?
Yes.
It was a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but it's kind of fun because you got three things, right? Okay. Well, that's how I felt. Okay. And then also I was thinking, well, you know what? I just want to finish. Well, Seiko, honestly, at the time, didn't really have a certain goal. And in fact, when she finished that second age group, Seiko, did you plan to win?
No,
It's fun, right?
I was surprised.
She was surprised. She did not plan to podium. Isn't that even a bonus?
Yes.
And what's hard about it at the time, and that's why it's so good for you to hear from Seiko. At the time, she was suffering. Tell me more, Seiko. How about you say that? What was it that pain that was like you were even not sure to show up even because something was going on?
Well, the race weekend, my toothache started, and it was getting bad the day before the race.
Yeah.
And on the day of, I was really suffering from the pain. Every single steps and every single bumps on the bikes
My God.
were hurting my teeth.
Aren't you happy that the water was warm?
Oh yes,
Right?
yes.
That was blessing in disguise, even though no wetsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone here who had a toothache? Maybe when you were a kid? Oh, by the way, it's Halloween. Right? I remember back in the days, like, oh my God, I can't even sleep. just because I had toothache when I was a kid.
I know. And isn't that, happen often that you show up on a race and like something has happened that's like, you kind of don't want to at that point.
So now, see, can you guys see that one? And she was all like smiling at the picture, but no one really know that she was like, she actually couldn't wait to finish just so that she could go, she could go take a rest, and probably that helped out. But before this fast splits here, okay? 70.3 PR, bike PR again, and then her time was, yeah, basically amazing. All right. And so, like right here, these were her times before. She did a St. George. It was 6:28, you know, Kerrville as well, 6:13. So she started when, like the 70.3 was over 6 hours. Anyone here wherein you are at that range, 6 hours to like 6:45, or maybe 6 hours to 7 hours, or maybe like you just finish and you're happy about it? Because Seiko was really happy with her first 70.3. She said, dream achieved. Are you that person? Put under a comment. 6 hours, 70.3. That's what I have. Okay. I want to know that. All right. So Vinetta's
So that's
actually
why,
looking into it.
yeah, so that's why it's really important for us to like kind of dig into it a little bit of what had to happen for Sega to be where she is now, because she has been building over when she started and where she's now. She has been building consistently and progressively over time, and sort of avoiding the detours that people often fall into,
Yeah.
because there's just a lot of stuff going on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So let me ask Seiko. Vinetta, how about you want to?
Yes, I want to know back when we first talked, when we first started doing all these things, what were the main things that caused you to really not be confident with doing your first 70.3? What were those things?
How were your concerns?
My age,
Your age?
and I didn't have any background on like running or cycling or swimming.
Wow.
So I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know techniques.
Wow.
And also my shoulder was hurting back then.
Yeah.
And that was another reason I really wanted to do it right without injuries.
Yeah, that's your main thing. And I still
Yes.
remember when you first started, and actually, I'm going to read this one. You said to me, I want to keep racing because it's my passion, but I also know my limits. You were being realistic already. I don't want to get injured. Your priority was, I want to race. I want to, I want to do my passion, but I don't want to get injured. Okay. Seiko, since you were 47, now you're 50. Have you had any injury during training with us?
Not from the training.
Not
Only
from
when I pulled my back muscle when I was moving heavy stuff
something else.
when moving, but not from training.
Not at all. With actually having that fast times. So it is possible to not have any injury at all right now in training from 46 to 50. Knock on wood. As long as you guys, like, just that's why stay with us. How can you be injury free knowing that she wasn't really, she's new to it? She did have shoulder pain, but that got solved, and I'm going to share to you how we did that.
And then you mentioned that you were not really confident on the bike, and also what was happening with your swimming at the time? I remember you were quite concerned with that part.
Oh yeah, open water. You still remember?
Yes, if
Yeah.
I don't practice it, I still get open water swim panic.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, you were in Seiko, you were in Texas, and you told me that your closest open water is 3 hours from home, and you got no pool access in Texas.
When I started,
Yeah, Seiko.
when I started the training, I had no access to pool. It was like 200 miles away. And the open water swim was only a spring-fed pool, big
Uh-huh.
pool, so not the real
Yeah.
ocean swim.
Yeah. So anyone can relate on this, because there's a lot. And right now, Seiko, when you completed this, you had, second age group, right? You already have two jobs, right? Two
Yes,
jobs.
only.
Athletes, I know we're going through all this once. The main reason why we are, and I know you want to get to the answer. What does it take? The thing about it is that what I'm about to share to you, I want you to be able to know that what I'm about to share to you, you can use it if you are dealing with the same challenges as Seiko. Shoulder pain, not knowing technique, being passed by on the bike, all right? And also
Panicking on the open water.
panicking, open water, have no time to work out, not knowing how to structure. Because I'm going to share to you also how I was structuring her workouts.
And then being mainly concerned about doing these things injury free and making sure that her health is good.
So if you can relate to what we've talked so far about her challenges, put hashtag relate, okay? Because those are the things that a lot of athletes, struggle with. And
I mean, who here does not have a demanding job? I think all of us at this point have started to have demanding jobs.
yeah, yeah. All right. So here you go. So let's do this one, okay? Because I want this one. I want you guys to get a lot from today. We're basically teaching. All right. So what does it take to win your IM 70.3 in your 50s? Here you go. First, answer these top three questions. So I'm giving you guided questions. Get a screenshot, okay? Because so that you can do it for your own. We're using Seiko as a case study. All right. So here, answer these top three questions. Let me enlarge this one. All right. Number one question, what is the main thing or things that's causing you to not be confident on your next race? Okay. If you already know that, put under the comment or you can type it up, put it under notes. What is the main thing that's causing you not to feel confident?
Is it open water anxiety? Is it bike handling skills? Is it I don't know what to do with my nutrition? Is it I don't know what to do with the transitions? Which one is it?
Or maybe you're already dealing some pain already. And then now you're imagining, like, how can I even go to that distance? It may not be shoulder pain like Seiko. It could be a hamstring that right now you're trying to mend it, like because you cannot run well, so you do jog and walk, and you're hoping it will be okay. All right. What are those things that you're dealing with? Okay. And again, this is basically applicable to anyone and not necessarily for someone who wants to win. Okay. Second, so like for example, for Seiko, we just talked about it because that's what I asked her. Okay. I want to know how can we increase the confidence? Why? Because there's so many things to know about triathlon. And if you're already busy, we want your peace of mind. We want to target the things that will make a big difference. And how to do that? By doing this, by actually having reflection. And then the next thing, with our help, what we did with Seiko is that we targeted on solving them. Okay. Is that good so far, Seiko? Anything to add that one? All right. So let me show you of what we did. So
Number two.
so the next one is what would actually I'm gonna share this one here. Open water anxiety, bike handling. So for Seiko, okay, for Seiko, what we've done to help her with her shoulder pain is basically, well, Seiko, do you know proper technique? And she said, no, I don't know. That's why I need your help. Is that right, Seiko?
Yes.
Yeah. So how badly the shoulder pain then?
It was like electric shock going through my
That's bad.
rotator cuff.
That's bad.
It was coming from, I was getting it from overusing at work. I have a physically demanding work. So
Yeah. 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 Physical demanding work. And then so now you want to do 70.3 and you have to use your shoulder. So what's great about it is because I was able to actually locate her first swims with us. And guess what? She was, tell me, is this the lake or
The spring.
the spring?
it's the spring.
Spring. So right here, she was at the spring, her only access then. And then so like right here, I was having her do technique drills. I was not right away giving her freestyle. We're not really aiming for distance. We gotta make sure that your technique is correct first. Why? Because if we don't and you keep doing freestyle, you're likely instilling bad habits and likely aggravating that shoulder pain for if you have shoulder pain like Seiko. And it's same thing. It's not about just doing technique drills. Okay. We have other trainings on this one, but basically right here, I was giving her feedback about where she looks. I said the alignment, Do you still remember this, Seiko? Long time
Yes.
ago?
Yes.
Oh my God. It's like, wow. And here you are, because Seiko finished Waco 70.3. Okay. And she was out of the water. She was third age group.
Out of the water, yes. Very
The
impressive.
same lady who panics in open water. And this one is without wetsuit. Okay. And she just kept showing up because she also did Gulf Coast, which is her, like she PR'd this one. And this one had ocean, and she never had ocean wave entry practice until on race day. That also what we did. Okay. Open water skills in training. So you can do anything. Anything is possible. All right. So that's what we did with the swimming. I'm just gonna make it short on that one because
Yes.
we can't get everything today, but I wanted to give you more we like what we've done. Okay. Let me see here.
So did that guys did that show you guys how to attack that first point?
Yeah. Then the next one, okay, the next one here is the nutrition. Okay. So for the nutrition, Seiko also didn't know how. Okay. So we started by actually using some kind of here you go. What we'll do is basically whenever there's a hard workout or whenever the workout is over 90 minutes, okay, we want to make sure that you're already training for your nutrition, like for that particular workout. Okay. So for her, and this was Dan, okay. So like right here, okay, so here you go. All right, so I'm gonna make it bigger. So what we do, this one is for her. And this is, I start learning what she eats before run. She has miso soup, really her preferred nutrition. Okay. And then so what we do here is that what we want to make sure is that we don't want to just like, oh, coach, I have a gel. Okay. What we want to know is besides the what you're eating or drinking, you want to make sure that you know the timing. Okay. And the amount.
Type and the amount.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys got that one? So if you're just like, hey coach, I'm having a gel. All right. It's not enough. That's good. That's a good start. But we gotta expand that one and get you to like amount, what, amount, and timing. Anything to add there, Seiko?
No, you said it everything. Yes.
And then Seiko, guess what? As soon as we dialed in your nutrition, what have you been doing with your nutrition?
I'm sticking to it.
Yes.
Always rice and miso soup. It gives me enough carbohydrate and
There you
sodium for the race.
That works for her, So like, so like what we've given to Seiko is a tool, not just for one race. And also, by the way, I wanted to tell you guys, just the numbers may look good because I was talking to another athlete. Well, I have problem with nutrition. The numbers may look good on paper. We need to test. And that's what we do with Seiko and other of our other athletes. When we test, that requires feedback. Okay, so there's a lot of communication. Just a heads up, especially if you're still dialing in your nutrition testing. If you're only dialing it in and you're not getting expert help, you're likely going to get blindsided. It took me a long time and experience to actually know what I know. Okay. And we also have registered dietitian. If I don't know it, I will tell our athletes. But yeah, so like you want to test it. So Seiko, you've been using it for longer duration for other 70.3 and adjust, right?
Yes.
You adjust it with the terrain. What else? Weather? Anything else?
I think
distance,
temperature.
Yeah, mostly weather.
Weather's the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Seiko lives in Texas and so hot. so hot on summer, then it gets cold, right? So she adjusts again. And there were races where she's also doing ultra run or trail run when it's cold. And you guys gotta adjust that one. All right. So we're getting a lot here. So far, before I move on, I want to ask you what's popping up. Put it under the comment. What are you learning right now? Okay. Am I going too fast? Because I'm trying to fit in a lot because we have a lot for you guys. All right. So yeah, and then the next one is that, like your bike, okay? You want to make sure that it's fitted right. One of the early times, because Seiko's bike feeder or bike shop is how many hours away from home?
3 hours.
3 hours, right? And then so she was trying to figure out, hey coach, what's happening with my tri bike versus road bike? Okay. Basically, Seiko asked question and we answer. Because like when you're new to the sport, we don't want our athletes to feel overwhelmed. Okay. So hopefully I can have that one show. So here you are. So here is yeah, so she said, Coach, something's going on. So, so like she shared her bike then, okay? And then also her position with the road bike. We're trying to figure out what things are. And then now, here I am giving her feedback with the measurement and then also her technique and how her ankle angles as well. Okay. And then actually really comparing what's going on whenever she's actually on the tri bike. Was that helpful for you, Seiko?
Yes, it was very helpful.
It saved you a 3 hour drive?
Yes, it did. And I learned a lot about taking care of my bikes and
Ooh, yeah.
from the classes,
Oh, yeah, the master classes.
master classes.
That's awesome that you mentioned that. Okay. All right. You guys got a lot from that? So
Yes, do get your bike to be fitted right for you, so
Yeah.
it doesn't cause you problems as you go longer, because you don't really want to be feeling, things as the distance increases.
Yes.
Which is common if that bike's not quite fitting you, things start to pop up and it's not comfortable.
Yeah. And I want to bring up, because I know we're talking about what does it take to win age group, right? And a lot of athletes, yeah, sure, swimming, we know it's technical, right? It shows up when you don't know technique. Running, cycling, does it really show up right away? It could be, right? But a lot of times we just continue to run, we continue to cycle without really knowing how each one of them affects in training and at the race, right? You would ask, like, how come my standalone marathon is not the same as when I start running after the bike? Okay. So, how you're performing on the bike affects the run. How your technique on cycling affects the run. Do you follow? Okay. Your energy, your nutrition on cycling affects your run. So now, if you feel like, hey, I'm really feeling good on my cycling because you got bike fitted, let me ask you, are you also doing the right technique on the cycling? Are you also doing technique on the running to make it easier? Because Seiko's been doing that. Okay. So Seiko,
It's nice to make things easier, not harder.
and why is it how would it be easier? Because if you're activating the right muscles, and then in the right muscle. So, like for example, some athletes are like, "Oh, coach, I'm hurting on the hamstring." Well, maybe we need to make sure that you're actually activating your glutes. But if your form or your technique is in the wrong form, it's likely not allowing you to be able to activate the right muscles. Something to think about. And again, if you want more training on that, raise your hand, put technique. Okay. And then we can talk more because we have a lot of training resource in YouTube. Some of them are actually unlisted. So you're going to have to talk to us so we can give you access on that. Okay. I'm going to move forward. Is that okay, everyone? We're going fast. Seiko, good. All right. So next, so I said top 3 questions, right? What is the main things that's causing you to not be confident? Okay. Once you know that, find the answers. Really look for the people that can help you. You can do it yourself. You can do research. You can do your own testing. but also consider those times that you're doing research, those times that you're doing your own testing and failing or not getting the answers, those times you could have put in actually doing the workout, right? Those times you could have put that one to spend time with your family. Those times you could have put that in recovery and sleeping.
And those times would also prevent you from feeling a little bit discouraged. A little, who wants a little bit more motivation in their life? Like really feeling like you're getting some momentum going, not like, oh, another thing, another thing. Like, who likes that? Nobody likes that.
All right. So the next one, second question that you're going to ask yourself, what would prevent you from doing the workouts? Why is that important? Because consistency. What do you say about consistency, Seiko? Is that important?
It is very important.
Tell me more about that. How you have you been consistent,
Yes, yes.
except when you went to Japan, or did
Right.
you working out in Japan?
But well, I was running.
Oh, good for you. Yeah. Still, you still
I'm doing the
right?
body maintenance.
Good, because we're gonna talk about that as well. Okay, because what I've seen, I like that we actually touch base of your travel. Okay, because a lot of times we don't really have a lot of race all the time, and we don't want that because we need a break, right? We need a break, and then off season is coming. What are you gonna do now? And I'm bringing this one up. I'm gonna fast forward because it actually includes on this how can you gain speed and strength while staying injury free. What I've seen, and I've experienced this one myself. Okay, off season, no race. Anyone here? You haven't had race in a while, and you're about to come back. Okay, or it's off season, no race. What happens? What I've seen, and I know this because I talk to a lot of athletes. Okay, there's no race. Guess what? Consistency goes down. That means, oh, maybe I won't swim yet. Maybe I won't bike yet. It's too cold. Okay. Or maybe no running. It's okay. Okay. It's okay to take off season. It's okay to take rest. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you need to be at always at peak. All right. And I'm going to jump onto that one because let me see this one. When you don't have a race or during off season, if you want to continuously, like whether that's maintain or progress just a tiny bit and you don't lose your fitness, I strongly suggest that you don't completely stop from working out. You don't want to lose that. Okay. You don't want to lose that.
And eating a lot of food in feasts does not count as working out because that's just your jaw moving.
Yes. There you go. Vinetta, good job.
Nom nom nom.
So yeah, so when you don't have a race or during off season's coming up, or some people have been on off season already. Okay, don't stop training. Instead, adjust your goals. You're still gonna train. You don't have to be hardcore, and keep it fun. Off season is a time to work on different aspects of fitness rather than pushing all the time on peak performance. It's okay to back off a little bit. Guess what? What I would suggest is for you to actually focus on the areas that you need work on most. Could it be the technique portion? A lot of athletes actually reach out to us to work on their technique, like on off season. So by the time next year, they're head on, all their swim, bike, and run, they're all in the same level, and not where in swimming is down here. Because Seiko reached out to us in December, right, Seiko? That
Yes.
video there, it was December. Okay. She was working on her weakest area. Well, she also has pain. So she wanted to take care of that. So yeah. So if you have injury, definitely take care of that. How do you take care of that? Look into, of course, PT if needed, your strength, see your weak area, and then really work on that because it's less activities, right? Here you go. Very, very important. Avoid the on and off approach, yo-yo training. Okay. Keep consistent. Okay. And of course, this one is also important. Some people are like the max. It's like slacking, no consistent, start eating junk and stuff.
Black and white, yes.
yes,
Black
but the
and
other
white.
people, they're like All right, there you go. I don't want to let go. They overtrain. Still no time for family. All right. So don't overdo it either because you could overtrain. Okay. So take the time to recover, rejuvenate. Okay. We just jump onto that. Please follow that. If you want to get your sub 6 hour, if you want to be at top of your age group, that's one of those that a lot of individuals, yeah, fall. I learned myself when I start seeing my paces. Oh, I don't want to see that.
Yes, that's a big key. Avoid the yo-yoing.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back here. Okay. What would prevent you from doing the workouts? Okay. For Seiko, physical limitation, shoulder pain, right? We need consistency. For her, she has 2 jobs. How about you guys? What do you have? What do you have in your plate? Put under comment. Family, kids,
Yeah.
dropping off kids, or maybe you're in master's doctorate.
Changing schedule,
Changing schedule.
traveling for work.
Right. Those are necessary. Or so basically different responsibilities. I'm going to show it to you because I promise you I'm going to show you some, part of her workouts. Because guess what? How many days does Seiko, for the most part, was working out every week?
Drum roll.
All right. So like last year, she was, more or less 3 or 4. 3 or 4 days. Is that accurate, Seiko?
Yes.
Sometimes no. Maybe 2 or 1 in a week. Okay.
Mhm.
This year, how many times usually? How many times do you usually work out this year? 2 or 3, kind of like the same, or changes?
About the same. 3.
Okay. All right.
3. Yes.
Okay. So let me show to you. So now, because a lot of athletes like, Coach, I have 12-hour day, I have 16-hour day, it's possible, but we want to do it right. And then also, that's the next thing that I wanted to share you. I guess getting a lot from this. I'm really going over a lot here. All right, here you go. I'm gonna jump into that one. It's basically structuring your workouts. I saw in another group asking, I don't know how to structure my workouts, because I want to add the strength workout. I don't want to get injured. But there's swim, bike, and run. How do you do the base, all those peak training? They're trying to do the workouts. But the thing about it is that if you're doing something that you don't know everything, you're likely gonna bump blindside. Okay. So basically, like how can you gain speed and strength while staying injury free? Here's what you want to aim for: a customized structured workouts. You want your customized structured workouts with targets. Okay. Pace, power, RPE, if you have power meter, it's not required. RPE, speed, heart rate, cadence, stroke rate. Those are just some of it. Okay. You also want to know which one you should be able to prioritize. And those are the things that Seiko was asking me questions. Hey, coach, I am riding this, I think it was 60 miles in Texas. Still remember that, Seiko. Hey, coach, I'm riding like 60 or 80 miles, if I remember it. So, like she said, at the end, I started getting weak. Okay. What should I focus more on? The speed, the power, or the cadence? Right? So it's not, these are the things that really, unless you have a coach, unless you have this buddy who will be with you all the way on every workout, these are the things that will change the game, right? And what is that? What does that mean? It's not about having a structured workout. It's about understanding what you're doing. Because Seiko is smart. She doesn't just follow, she asks. Why do you ask a lot of questions, Seiko?
I want to know. I
Oh, you
want to
want to
be
know?
prepared.
You want to know the strategy when you're there because I won't be there.
Right.
You want to be able to make a decision
Yes. Yes.
because you don't want to get tired. If you can be fast without putting a lot of energy, if you can be smart, right? That will help you also on the run. That will also help you with the recovery in, going back to demanding physical job, right?
Yes.
And then if you understand why you're doing a specific workout and what is it that you're really trying to accomplish there, you're able to make smarter decisions about, hey, should I really be doing this, or something has changed, my situation has changed, something needs to update,
Yeah.
and I need to make that decision. What am I going to do?
So tell me, if does your training, your workouts do that for you? If it's not doing that for you, wherein it's helping you to understand what you're doing, or could it be another generic video that you can get in YouTube or ask ChatGPT, you know? Like you want to make sure you have someone to really understand your body, where you're at, your goal, your challenges, right? And really look into everything. So it includes swim, bike, and run. The next thing is that we want to make sure it includes body maintenance. Okay, what is body maintenance? Strength workouts, mobility, injury prevention, soft tissue maintenance. Those are included on Seiko's workouts.
What have you seen, Seiko, once you started doing body maintenance for the first time you tried that out? What was the difference that you observed?
That I started not having much muscle soreness
Mm,
or joint pains, and I still do it every day. I'm doing every day something.
yes, yes, not only when you have a race,
Hmm.
not only when you have a race. And that actually goes to the next one, because if you're not doing every day, that's basically being reactive and you're just doing it. What is body maintenance? Let's go there. Okay. And actually, this is something that I did talk about here in this book. I mentioned body maintenance here. I went over it and I said stretching is not enough. Okay. Because I used to do that. I am certified yoga teacher. It's not enough. And we have people who's also yoga instructor. They come to me and still hurting. So body maintenance. So if you want, all our athletes love this one, so you got to listen. I'm telling you guys. And no coaches do this, wherein it's all holistic. Body maintenance is the proactive approach to keeping your body in optimal condition. So proactive. Okay. How do we do that? During coaching, Seiko will tell me if there's anything, it's not injury, but she feels something. A lot of times it's her neck, shoulder, somewhere here gets tight. Okay. I'm gonna show you the plan. Okay. Um, so to keep your body optimal, so it includes soft tissue, mobility, work, strength, and stability exercises. Includes functional movements. It's basically allowing you to be able to continue to train and race and sustain the love for sports, because you're gonna love the sport if you're not hurting. That's how we're able to have Seiko injury free, because of the body maintenance and being able to understand your training, understand your body. She knows the technique on all three sports. Okay. So now I'm gonna show to you, because if this computer cooperate, so I'm gonna show to you a sample of the plan showing of how she's working out, and we're gonna count how many days she's working out. Anyone here familiar or not familiar of Training Peaks? Put familiar, not familiar, Training Peaks. Don't get overwhelmed, because our plan is completely different than any other basic plan. It's very comprehensive, it's holistic, it's your own secretary in training, own reminder. It includes everything that you need to do outside training, while working, while driving. Okay. And so let me show it to you very quickly then. All right. So swim, bike, and run. Okay. As you guys can see here, I'm going to count. I don't know if you guys can see it. If you're on desktop, I'm sure you can see it. Okay. So right here, how many days of triathlon, swim, bike, and run? I'm going to count. This one doesn't have triathlon. It has body maintenance. What is body maintenance? She said, Coach, something's going on with my neck, my shoulder, it's stiff. And then now I assign that workout, or sometimes it's just, something that more work at work. All right. So it's very similar to what a physical therapist give. Okay. What's great about it is because it's in her plan and she gets accountability. And this one has helped her to stay injury free. Now we go back here. All right. So that's what she had to do. Okay. And then here, I said 5 quick mobility travel. Again, if she does that, it goes green and she likes doing it. And it reminds her because she's very busy. What do you say about that? Telling you, hey, do 5 minute workout, right? So, and then the next thing here, okay, so we're counting how many days she worked out with triathlon, swim, bike, and run. There's a swim here. There's nothing here on Wednesday. Thursday, there's bike. Saturday, bike. Basically, she only has one swim workout because her access is way far away. 3 hour drive. Okay. So at least one. And sometimes she can't. But the thing about it is that she learned technique already. It's kind of like learning a bike. Obviously, we want more, but we want balance. So for her, it's only one swim workout. And the next thing is here. All right. So it's I said it has to be intentional. Okay, intentional with purpose. You don't just swim the distance. So for her, since she needs to only swim one time, it's a combination. For this one, it includes technique. This workout here includes technique. And then the next one, it could also be a demo video. So if she clicks this one, it goes to our community. We're in our strength trainer, which is me, is demonstrating. So it's only 14 minutes. Who here wants a long 1 hour strength? Okay. If you don't have time, so like for us, it's like targeted. What does she really need to do? For her, it's only 14 minutes that focuses. I'm going to read it to you because I know it might be small. Neck, mid back, and lats. And we call it body maintenance, 14 minutes. How do you like that, Seiko, that it's only like very short and targeted?
Everybody has 5 minutes, 15 minutes.
There you go. Get it done. Higher chance of increasing of you being able to complete it.
Yeah, I like body maintenance, and the way that I look at it is kind of like how we look at brushing our teeth or taking our vitamins. It's preventative. You know it's going to be good for you, but you just gotta do it.
Yes, yes.
And
so
it's
now,
not going to take a ton of time.
yeah, especially because
it does need to be,
gotta be done. So that is the body maintenance that we just talked about. That's like, would you say that's one of the big game changer for you, Seiko, to not be injured until now?
Yes, that's
Right.
why I still do it. Even I'm not getting training menus right now,
Yeah.
but I still do the body maintenance.
We have a lot of athletes, they're off season. They're with us because of the body maintenance. Okay, because they're targeted, it's short. All right, so now the next thing here, it says speed endurance. So again, it's targeted. And there are targets here with the power specific. It's not just ride 50 miler. And sometimes Seiko doesn't even know how many miles she's gonna get to. Okay, because she was following a specific target. Okay, so yeah, so I just showed you guys 15, four triathlon workouts. The rest of the times it's more of something to support. Okay, we also have the technique here, run technique drill. So what she does is that she clicks this one and it goes wherein I'm demonstrating a technique drill. So you don't have to go to a lot of links because busy, right? What do you think about that, Seiko? You're able to work out 4 times, not having to quit your job or be
Those
stressed out.
body maintenance I usually do before I go to work in the
Right.
morning
Yeah. Yeah.
because it doesn't take time. After work, I'm too tired
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
my work is very physical, so I cannot get on the bike or run.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, but in the morning I can have time to do the body maintenance, and it works for me.
Good, good, good. I mean, you working out 4 times a week, because some people cannot imagine to be working out 4 times a week, but you are doing that and you are able to fit that in your training. How do you feel about that? Good?
Yes, yes, I can keep going because of the body maintenance.
Okay, got you, got you.
Awesome. Any questions, you guys? Any questions?
So everyone, I'm sure.
Sean, it's good to see you joining us today.
There you go. Well, everyone, I'm sharing this one to you guys so that, because I know you asked, like, how do you structure your workouts? Well, for me to be able to advise you of how to structure your workouts, I would want to know, like, what's your lifestyle? Because if that is your lifestyle, non-compromise,
Non-negotiables.
there you go, non-negotiable things. And we need to stick to that and allow that training to fit in with your current lifestyle. Okay. And, and then plus, it's not just doing the workout and just do it within like within your lifestyle. You want to also make the most out of those workouts. And therefore, that's why I emphasize here, you want to make sure that you do the technique, speed, endurance, and race skills. And then next is that you do the body maintenance. Why body maintenance? So you can be consistent and you're not hurting when you're doing them, when that's the only time that you can do them. All right. And then the next one here, technique on all three sports, making sure that you're understanding your body and not just checking off the box. Okay, because you could be getting a lot of plans, but if you don't understand what you really are doing, you're missing out the chance of gaining more momentum, okay, or advantages on those workouts. Strong mindset, we talked about that. For her, no excuses, even though the pool is so far, double job, two jobs, she's able to make things happen because she has the strong mindset. And surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Is that true, Seiko? Tell me more about that.
Yes, mindset. I did learn a lot in
Yeah.
this program, and it's not just for triathlon, but also for my life. It
Yes,
works for my life,
I
and I
love
like it.
I love
I
that.
think you've made a lot of friends and you're talking to a lot of people to sort of keep on track and keep each other motivated and excited.
And they're like-minded individuals, same individuals that also have the same goal, wherein they just don't want to just check off the box or just do the workout without really tapping on their full potential. People who actually really value health, family, work, you know, and balance. And really, guess what? The last process here, the last thing is fun. Okay. A lot of athletes like get into obsession mode of like, I want that sub 6 hours. And they have no fun. With Seiko's workouts, I let her do her thing, even though she gave me, hey coach, I can only work out 4 days. Oh, by the way, on I think Sunday or Saturday, I want to ride with my friends. I'm gonna do mountain bike. Okay. She leaves me with 3 days to work out. Okay. But hey, that's still workout. I kind of advise her sometimes. But for the most part, I don't want to take that away from her. The main reason is that she's already working hard. I don't want her to just be work, training, and no friends. She got a lot of friends. Okay. So she put a lot of fun on her training. Someone who second age group, you would think that she's not having fun. And also what I love about her, the last time I talked to her, she said, I did not even think that I'm going to win. I said, why did you sign up? Why did you sign up to Waco 70.3, Seiko? You'll be surprised on this one.
Well, our buddy Carlos signed up, and hey, we should enjoy again.
So,
We
yeah,
did the Ironman Texas together, and it really helped me mentally to have same athlete from Pasty Fox.
Icy Fox. Yeah.
Because we
Your
train
friends
the same
signed up.
way.
So your
So,
friends signed up and you were like, okay, let me do it too, because we can race together. That's
so,
It's gonna
awesome.
so
be fun.
she signed up to race with friends. I asked her, did you want to win? I did not realize I'm going to win. How cool is that? So she was just focusing on having fun. Right? Just having fun. The next one is that variety in training. So she still does definitely one thing that got added to her was mountain bike racing. And then she also still does sprint triathlon just to sprinkle a little excitement, something different. She does relays. If you want to do relay with her, ask her. And then ride with friends. You guys got a lot from that. We covered a lot. What are the top thing that you guys got? Put under the comment. I want to read that. I want to read that.
And you want to really do these things. You don't want to just listen either, because nothing's going to happen if you don't implement,
yeah.
you know?
So again, so what's the one thing that you'd be able to implement? Could it be just getting started? Okay. This one is not just for athletes who wants to take a win, basically who wants to level up, who wants to be better. So if you haven't had the chance to get a screenshot, this is where you start. Okay. Answer the top three questions, have a reflection, and then the next thing is that break it down. So how you gain speed and strength while staying injury free. I just shared that to you guys. Okay, get a screenshot right now, and we used Seiko as the case study here. So get a screenshot, so you guys can review. Am I doing this? Okay, am I doing this? Body maintenance, technique on all three sports, understanding your training, understanding your body, strong mindset, practice good nutrition, surround yourself with like-minded individuals. The last but not the least here, if you don't have a race, very important, or when you are on off season, please do not stop training. You can adjust the expectation or the goal. Okay, don't stop training, but adjust your goal. Make sure you don't overtrain either. Avoid the on and off approach. If you want that, like you're still gaining, advantage, you don't want to stop. I don't stop. I love working out, but I adjust my expectation. All right. Well, Seiko, we're gonna go back to you. If another athlete, just as busy as you are right now, and could be like going back to where you were when you were about to do your first 70.3, when you were hurting on your shoulder. Okay. Never really know where you're gonna be at 50, but got here. What are the top three things, advices that you would give them?
Um, well, everything is equally important, but consistency in the training is very important to me
Yeah. Okay.
for not getting injured
Yes.
and to keep my health.
Right. Yeah. You guys heard that one? Consistency.
Consistency, big one, big one.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, Seiko?
And always enjoy the process. It's
Yes.
not about the goal. I know you can set your goal to finish an Ironman or sub 6 hours or whatever, but it's a result, and I'd rather enjoy every single moment, even when I was suffering from the toothache
Yeah.
during the race.
Yeah.
I really tried to enjoy that bike legs, passing people, try to get as much power as possible. What's my pacing is, how it's gonna affect, well, which I didn't do well about pacing. I'm still learning about it. And even on during your trainings, you wanna be having fun with friends or by yourself. You can feel the wind, you can feel the air, whatever you are able to feel. Only that moment you're able to feel it. So
I
I don't
love.
want to waste it.
Yes, yes. It's an opportunity, even though we're in pain. Of course, we don't want to race it with a toothache, right? You guys heard that one? Because the other ones, yes, definitely consistency. You've heard that so many times. And Seiko said, enjoy the process. You would think someone who won second age group and has a time of 5:30, is not having fun, right? Someone who has two jobs It's really how you see things, how you want your life, your training be. When I was talking to Seiko, she said, I wasn't really expecting it. I just signed up because I want to be with friends. That was her reason. She wasn't really thinking about that. But I do know that Seiko, knowing her, she was always doing the best that she can on every workout whenever she got a chance. She's doing a high quality workout. Now, if you've heard Seiko's story, okay, I think everyone here is ready to take action now. You've shown, Seiko, you've shown that it's possible to break through mental and physical barriers at any age, to get stronger, faster, injury free, have not gotten injured, even stronger than when you were in 40s. Thank you so much, Seiko, for being here,
Thank you.
For being an example, for setting this for everybody, motivating.
for showing what's possible.
Yeah.
Because a lot of athletes, I don't know how to do it. You can, okay? Know when you need to ask for help. At times, we don't know everything. I don't know everything. That's why I still have a coach myself. All right. Or Vineta. I ask her, hey, I'm going crazy. All right. Well, so like everyone, if you want to help build your strategic plan,
Whether it's for a half Ironman or if it's for swimming or getting your health back on track, you can put hashtag strategy plan in the chat.
yeah,
Or if you need support in staying injury free and you want to work on your body maintenance, you can type hashtag injury free and I will reach out to you, see how we can help.
yeah. And a lot of this ones actually, that's why I said I talk to a lot of athletes because they've been scheduling. They've been wanting to talk to us. And guess what? You're gonna get so much. We don't sell anything there because we only accept specific individuals to be part of our coaching. So don't be scared. I'm like, oh, they're gonna ask for like money. No, we don't want your money. We just want to help you. We just want to be in touch with you and get you moving to the next goal. All right? So, well, thank you, Seiko. Thank you for being here and sharing your incredible story. To everyone watching, your best stories can still be ahead of you. It's about training smarter, staying consistent, and focusing on what really matters, your health, your mindset, and enjoying the process. Remember, it's not doing more, it's about doing what works, but knowing what works and understanding what works, okay? So stay strong, stay smart, and we'll see you on our next live. Thanks again, Seiko. Thanks everyone for having us here. Let's keep showing up, everyone. Till later. Happy training.